Vegas Sports Today here with Zach Gentry. Zach, you just obviously signed with the Raiders 7 days ago. So how was your first practice overall?
It was good. It was good, man. It's been a good week. Kind of hitting the ground running, so to speak, and been a lot of studying, and coaches have done a great job, getting with me and getting me up to speed. So good first day of the week, though. So ready to go.
Yeah, and so far, what are your impressions of this tight end room?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, they're a little banged up, obviously, right now, and which is unfortunate, but you can see like the potential in that group and how good that group is. I mean, you got guys all over the place. This year we're doing really good stuff for the Raiders, and really solid group. Can't say enough good things about them. Stuff we've seen on film, even when I was on other teams or since I've been here.
Yeah, and have you had an opportunity to watch anything on Michael Mayer as far as the tape goes? Second round draft pick out of Notre Dame.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I watched a little bit of it, through common opponents this season, and especially a lot here. And he's one of those guys that came out and you knew he was going to be a special talent, Notre Dame legend, watch him a lot in college football, but he's done a good job, man. His progression and his natural ability and natural tools are elite level stuff, and so I think he's going to have a nice career.
And so far, what's your early impressions of Coach Antonio Pierce?
I mean, he's the guy, he's just got a lot of great qualities about him that the guys are really rallying behind, and I can just see that in just a week of being here. Great motivator. One thing that I really appreciate about him is he's just honest. There's never really a blurred line or anything like that. You know exactly where you stand, and so I really appreciate that about him. And I was inactive last game, but he had me ready to go. I felt like.
Oh wow! So that defense, practices against them, going up against Max, man. Can you give me your thoughts on that one?
Well, I mean, Max, I just have tremendous respect for that guy. I mean, playing against him the last few years when I was in Pittsburgh, really hard to game plan for, really hard to block, so unpredictable on the edge. You never really know what he's going to do. Keeps you guessing. So, obviously, elite level player that just going to keep getting better.
If you do get those snaps against Denver Broncos, you feel like there's an opportunity for you to, even make. What I'm looking for is, you think you can be disruptive in this offense under Bo Harbaugh?
I mean, I think so. I'm coming along well, learning things. I've obviously played a lot of snaps over the last 5 years in the NFL. So I think I'll be prepared from that standpoint. I'll be ready to go in there and execute my job. So whatever they ask me to do, hopefully I'll be able to do it to the best of my ability and help the Raiders get a W on Sunday.
And lastly, Zach, what do you we got a time to go for this, but playing under Jim Harbaugh at Michigan, man, what was it like playing for him?
I mean, I spent 4 years at Michigan, and he and I, got to Michigan at the same time. So you obviously have a great relationship with him, and he's done a heck of a job with them the last few years, and especially this year, getting them over the hump and into the championship game. So, kudos to him, and all the best with his future and the team's future, and looking forward to a big W on Monday.
Yeah, and you think that would translate back to the NFL after being away out the game for so long? I know it sounds like a silly question, but this is something I have to ask because it's been out, and Harbaugh's a hot topic right now, national media, and
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly a coach that I obviously have a great deal of respect for. Just being with him for 4 years, and I think a lot of times, a good coach is a good coach, and so I think he'll be fine no matter what.